With combat sports and MMA currently growing in popularity, it is the best time you could possibly invest in yourself and take the leap to start learning how to throw down. With more people now than ever before in history knowing how to throw spinning elbows and head kicks, you never know when the things you learn in class could be useful. The discipline needed to train long hours in such a harsh climate might also be just what you need to take your life to the next level. A change in environment can also be a powerful catalyst to cause change in other areas of your life. If you're looking to level up in all areas of life, experiencing different cultures and ways of living can be a great way to gain some perspective. Taking a leap of faith and moving to a foreign country to train can be daunting, but if you really want to get the most out of the sport, it's a necessary part of the journey. Immerse yourself in the fight culture and identify with it fully to fast track your understanding around what it really takes to compete in this brutal combat sport. I'm also going to give you a list of the essential things I wish I'd known that in hindsight could have made the whole process a lot smoother, so you won't be going into things blind. I'd only trained for roughly half a year before I took the leap to move to Thailand and train intensely for 2 months to go on an adventure and fast track my learning in the sport. The pros to this approach were that I already knew that I really enjoyed the sport. I already had some experience and conditioning. I was also coming into the experience physically fit and healthy, with a strong base to build from. Don't restrict yourself though. There are plenty of people training at the same camp that I am, who had no prior experience with Muay Thai and just threw themselves in the deep end. The improvements I've seen among these people has been exponential, and there has not been a single person that's left the camp without making significant progress in their abilities. The benefit to this approach is that you'll progress very quickly, as you're being trained by some of the best fighters that the world has to offer. While a lot of your progress will come down to your own efforts and application of your learnings, there's no denying that having high-level coaches is a game changer. This ensures you're learning the proper techniques and constantly refining it to become better and better at the activity. As Bruce Lee famously said, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." I love this quote as it expresses the importance of repetition when it comes to pursuing mastery. There are definitely benefits to both approaches. However, my personal recommendation is that you have a good base level of fitness before training this intensely, as the risk of injury is very real and does happen. All sports have their risks, and Muay Thai is definitely no exception. As I stated on my previous video of my first week training here in Thailand, the sessions are very safe thanks to the skilled practitioners, the use of pads and bags, and playful sparring so that you can recover more quickly and train more frequently. However, any activity that requires you to perform the same movement pattern frequently runs the risk of causing a repetitive strain injury due to the overuse of the muscles, tendons, and ligaments involved. This isn't to discourage anyone from training, but rather just a word of caution to prepare properly and minimize your already low risk of injury. Planning a trip of this nature will also provide you with many valuable life experiences that you can learn and grow from. One of the first mistakes I made that I've definitely learned from and taken with me was not allowing enough time to plan and organise the trip. Being someone who prefers spontaneity over planning, I was ambitious and only gave myself 1 month to prepare from the time I locked in my spot at the training camp until the day my flight departed to Thailand. It turns out that in some cases requires you to send your passport through post to get approved. No way I was doing that and risking the document that would grant me my freedom that close to the departure date. Instead, I had to look for alternative options. It is very different for every country, so if you take one thing away from this lesson, it is to make sure you do your own research, specific to your unique circumstances. Luckily for me, Australia offers a 30-day visa exemption upon arrival. This can then be extended a further 30 days at any immigration office, which got me close enough to my initial plan of 2 months. The only downside to this is that it becomes far more complicated if I wanted to spend any longer here, and would likely require me to fly out of the country and then back in to reset my 30-day exemption, or purchase an expensive Muay Thai or student visa. The point is that a lot of this hassle could have been avoided if I'd left myself a little more time to plan properly. If you're like me and have a bit of experience with the sport, I'd recommend locking in at least 3 months to really get the most out of your journey. So definitely leave plenty of time to sort out your visa and travel itinerary. If you're new to Muay Thai and just want to dip your toes in the water and get a taste of what the lifestyle and training is like, then commit to staying a month. but have all the right documents in place so that if you do want to stay longer, you can. Finding the right place for you to train is also very important. YouTube is a great resource for this, as you can get first-hand recounts of other people's experience with training. If you do go this approach, make sure you're looking at recent videos, as gym culture, and especially the people there, can change over time. So some places that were great to train at years ago might be toxic and not such a great place to train now. Another approach I highly recommend is seeing what the trainers at your local gym recommend. I say this as my coach back at home had plenty of places to recommend based on his own experiences training in Thailand. A lot of the fighters in that gym had also travelled and trained in Thailand as well, and were all more than happy to give any recommendations or advice. Aim to try a few different gyms to find one that really fits your unique needs. For those of you who just want to skip this step and get straight to training, I can't speak highly enough of the gym that I'm currently training at, Muay Thai, which is just a boat ride away from the beautiful island Koh Samui. Whether you're just looking for a change of pace, a holiday that will also benefit your health and fitness, or you're more serious about fast-tracking your learning and training among world-class fighters, I highly recommend investing in a trip to the birthplace of the sport. Not only is it an incredible investment in yourself and your personal growth, it also gives you an insight into another way of life and a different culture. These are things that you'll take with you throughout your entire journey through life and enrich your life for many years to come. It is shown that people that spend their money on experiences rather than products have higher ratings of happiness and fulfillment. And when you can travel here for roughly the same price of a good gaming computer, it's hard not to recommend taking the leap and giving it your best. Of course, if you need any further help in making this happen, or have any comments, questions, or abuse, then feel free to drop a message down below. Thank you.